Arsenal, a Small Knights podcast hosted by Lord Hood, Lazarus Clay, and Zagreus.
Episode 81, recorded on June 8th, 2014.
This is Lord Hood.
And this is Lazarus Clay, and welcome to the Arsenal podcast, where we talk about Spiral Knights, particularly Spiral Lights this episode, as that will be what most of this is contrived. Spoiler alert for opening the lockbox. You already know what's in there. It's a bunch of shiny things. We are joined for, I believe, most of the show by Sir Greenlink and Zebramf. So, say hi.
Hi, it's still, so I'm here.
Yeah, I'm just here hanging out as well.
Alright. And we may have other people on. It will depend on who shows up and who wants to come on, but we'll be talking anyone who might have been at the Spiral Lights event, who was kind of hanging out with us in the Ventrilo call and stuff like that for the, 9 or 10 hours total that we ended up streaming over 2 days?
I think it was like 5 hours a day.
See, I don't know how people pull off like those 24-hour streams and stuff like that. I feel like that just get incredibly exhausting.
Yeah.
It was definitely.
But at the same time, it was a lot of fun. So,
Oh yeah, definitely.
worth, or something like that. Whatever the cool kids say these days.
I regret nothing.
I regret nothing.
There you go.
So, in the lockbox today, it's like bursted open with like explosions of light. So there's no need to open it. It's already like shining like some chest in Zelda or something like that. And we just got a little bit of news, a little bit of art, and a lot of talk about Spiral Knights. Or Spiral Lights, that is. We're going to be doing the show a little bit out of order today. Our Overheard at Moorcroft Manor segment is going to be at the end, because our discussion is Spiral Lights. What we want to do is we'll talk about it in general, and then we kind of want to discuss like the whole event and just talk about the fun parts, the memorable parts that we had and stuff like that as we're analyzing it. So we don't want to spoil it for anyone who doesn't want it to be spoiled, so all the spoiler kinds of talk will be leaving till like the very end of the show. So don't worry about that. You can still listen to the whole episode. And then be subscribed to youtube.com/Sklayelite. I'm already in the process of editing the videos and stuff like that to get them out. So there we go. I guess that's it. So, mission report. Let's go. Zane, how was your week?
So, Madison, how was your week?
Bud, how was your week? Mission report goes something like this. Mission report is where we just talk about our gaming experiences since the last podcast. I think Lord Hood is gaming right now. Don't know what he's doing. What are you playing over there right now?
I'm just looking at show notes.
Oh, okay, just kidding. Oh, and he's not even doing anything at Steam. Okay, just kidding. I know Zebramf is in game. I spy.
Yes, I'm in game right now, but I'm just sitting at the barracks. Nice little overview of the guild hall entrance. Not really doing anything.
Nice. Alright, well, the main highlight for me this week was, well, I got one stream off on my normal Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Ladison_Sklay, doing some Ironclaw Munitions factory runs and stuff that I ended up rage quitting from because frame drops make things really painful. So, there's a video on demand of that if you want to watch it off of Twitch, it's right there. Otherwise, Spiral Lights was definitely the highlight for me. Did you guys have anything else that you did earlier in the week that wasn't Spiral Lights related? Because I'm sure there was other things.
No, not that I can recall. It's just
Not really, no.
steady grinding and leveling and stuff like that.
The only thing that that really stands out is that I'm doing a lot more of the danger missions, prestige missions now, and actually enjoying it for once.
Just doing them solo, or are you getting a party?
Usually 1 or 2 people, well, in a party of 1 or a party of 2.
Okay, cool. Nice. And I think Lord Hood was at the beach, right? For the first part of this week? Or was that last week? I have no clue.
Yeah, I was there last week. I I don't know. I was only there for like 2 days, and I didn't really go to the beach much.
You got like rained out.
So I'm going again this week on Tuesday.
All right. So, yay for Sam.
Different
and
beach.
Then, like Spiral Lights and stuff, which is of course the charity event that we've only been planning for. Well, I've been working on for 3 months now. So, it was a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun over the 5 hours a day that we streamed, like Zeb said, and we will talk about that as we get to it, I'm sure. We'll keep talking about things. Greenlink, where's your wife? Is that what it is, wife? Because you're the man? Because you're the sir?
I hate you all so much right now.
Has anyone done any
right.
fiction for that yet?
Apparently,
fan art.
HRPB is in the works with a few.
Oh, with multiple. Okay.
Multiple.
Yeah, we had multiple couples spring up over Spiral Lights. We had... it was Solo and I, and then
Yeah. Solotron and Zebramf, and then there was Sir Greenlink and Maroka.
that got really awkward, especially when we both opened lockboxes and exchanged what we had inside of them as, like, the wedding ring.
Yeah.
So, like, we both have, like, jelly crowns. He's the queen, I'm the king, and I've got, like, a bomb bandolier on my outfit, and he's got a Madate on his.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
That-
that's right. We didn't get that on stream where we just opened the boxes and
No, that
I
was
broke,
after.
Yeah,
I
I'll
broke RNG.
Yep. I will have, we'll talk... Oh, you want to talk about that now?
Yeah.
Well, that was after event, so why not?
I still have video of it, and I'll probably post it up, but yeah. Greenlink, you care to describe what happened then?
Right. So we all developed a gambling addiction, and we decided that we were going to open iron lock boxes, mirrored lock boxes, and rage prize boxes. And Lattizen said he was going to open one box, and if we guessed the contents of said box, we could get the item. I thought, hey, you know what? Why not? I'll say, cool Wolvertail. Guess what he pulls out?
Cool Wolvertail.
Indeed.
It was the most ridiculous thing ever. I've actually done that multiple times. I like doing that to friends who are around when I'm opening a lockbox. Of course, this has never happened before. No one's ever even been close. And then it's just, cool Wolvertail.
Pulled out a cool Wolvertail.
I think the silliest part about it was Green gave me money to buy the key. So it was basically his Wolvertail to begin with that he just won back with his incredible, like, soothsaying abilities or something like that.
Yeah, that was a very impressive thing to pull off, even if it was accidental.
It's like he planned it or something.
I did. I rigged everything.
Greenlink is Eurydice.
And I'm also NJ Thug.
And NJ Thug. At the same time. Alright. Well, cool. We'll get into more stories and stuff like that, I'm sure, as we go. But, I guess... Hey, Zebramf, is there anything you've ever wanted to see in the game of Spiral Knights? Because, we have this segment on the podcast called Transmutations where we talk about stuff like that. A weapon concept or level concept or enemy or whatever.
Is it a lot of the stuff that I would want to see in this game is like more flexibility with guilds, because I know that there's a lot of like some guilds have alliances with others, but like it's only between those guys. It's not like an official thing. Like you can't put I'm trying to think of how I want to phrase this. Like sometime I don't know what I'm saying at this point. Babbling, awesome, but a lot of what I'd love to see is just more features for guilds, like message boards that people can say, hey, I need help with this, can anyone help me? And then like they can go offline and someone can respond, give times, just a lot more involvement, I guess is what I'm saying.
Right, that makes sense. Yeah, I've been talking for a while. It would be cool to have a guild banner or something like that where you could have a, I don't know,
like
crest accessory or something.
Yeah, like signed treaties, that's what I'm kind of thinking of. Guild, like the founders of the guild would sign treaties, and then Spiral Knights would recognize them, or Three Rings would recognize them as like allied guilds, and I'm not sure exactly how that would play into a bunch of other things, but it would come with a lot of benefits.
There was an alliance a while ago.
Well, yeah, but I think what we're getting at is it's not official.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a friendly thing.
I feel like it might be manifested by whatever they write up as their agreement. Like you get a little, what's the word for it? What is the furnishing kind of thing that you put in your guild hall and you can like interact with it and see?
Yeah, like a constitution or something.
Yeah,
a guild
people
constitution.
can read it when they come to your guild hall. I don't know. That's weird. But, yeah. Something about alliances
The Treaty
having
of Versailles.
increased, like, their guild treasuries pool, but their, like, guild tax is both combined and increased by a small margin because government and taxes, and that's what happens.
Yeah, automatic taxes will be
guess.
interesting, like, per...
Something that someone I'm hanging out with Haven and brought up, possibly larger lockdown teams for like allied guilds. So like if two allied guilds like want to do friendly PvP, they could do like instead of this 6-on-6, they could maybe go 8-on-8 or even like 10-on-10 because crazy battles.
I think the servers would snap.
Yeah.
I guess there is a
Lag.
limitation on that.
La 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 la.
Which one would come first, the PCs or the servers?
I don't know. That's a good point. I guess now is as good a time as any to mention it. Dref Builder, a friend of ours, is working on a project that he just reminded me of in the live chat of his pugs, his pickup games, and he's doing this thing where let's do some like laid back, fun, individual ladder kinds of games where it's just kind of playing with various teams, meeting new people, that kind of thing, and not taking it too seriously, but at the same time kind of playing to win. And that kind of thing. You know, when we did Spiral Lights, we weren't even playing to win. We were just playing to be completely goofy. But
Yeah.
I think I'm representing his case pretty okay. I think he can tell me if I'm, like, blaspheming his project. But he has a forum thread, and we'll put that in the show notes. In fact, I'll need to write it down here. Drafts thingy. That's fine. And
Good enough.
good enough. And yeah, so if you want to get if you want to get interested in that, then listen to me. And if you want to get involved in that, then join the Steam group that he has running. He is the co-founder, and he's saying the original idea was by Zanhue. So yeah, he's got a Steam group, and that's how you join up. And Ezzo's in that guild, and he's really scary, ex-Gempyrean, and I've seen him fight. He gets like 30k damage every game, so if you want to like play a nice game of Lockdown and get your face and your butt handed to you, then yeah, come play. It'll be fun.
It's all in good spirit.
It is. Oh, that's true. They did ban a couple, like the Hammer and Polaris, I think they banned both weapons on account of
That's
just
fair enough.
ruins the experience or something like that. Go read up on the details. He's got it. I'm sure I'm saying some stuff that's wrong. But there'll be a link in the show notes. All the links we talk about in this show and every other episode of the Arsenal podcast is on our website, which is sklayelite.com/Arsenal. Cool. And guild things. Alright, well, let's get into Spiral Order Recon then. Spiral Order Recon. Spiral Order Recon. I got it! Yikes! Spiral Order Recon. This is Spiral Knights related media. We just got two things here. One of them is on Scorched Works Tumblr, and I don't know the name of the knight for this. Probably because I didn't do too much digging. But do either of you know who Scorched Work is, by any chance? Or any of you?
I don't believe I've ever heard the name before.
Sorry, what was that? I just had to...
Who's Scorched Work? Do you know? This
the
Tumblr.
name?
I need to look and see. I definitely don't know who this artist is. Anyways, he did a art trade with Fried Snipe, who is Lizzie in game, I believe. And it's just I like the art style of this. It's very unique. I feel like it needs to be on a sticker somewhere so I can like stick it on my notebooks and stuff. I just want to like
that.
peel it off the screen and put it on somewhere. And hey, if your art doesn't look good as it is, just put an outline around it. And if it still doesn't look good, put a second outline around it. Then it'll look good.
And then, if it still doesn't look good, burn it.
Yes. Or sell it as a sticker, because I'd buy it.
Oh, that is some nice art. Yeah, that's awesome.
And the second one we have is Addy Arts. I don't know who this knight is either, because these are all through Tumblr. But this is a dread seal that they, I'd assume, crafted out of paper and whatnot. It's got a nice little 3D kind of effect to it because it's done in actual hand and paper, I assume paper work. This is something that I want to glue on my wall. And put this over my bed or on the ceiling and have it look at me all the time while I'm sleeping.
It
no.
watches you sleep.
Yeah,
I'm
it'd
not
be
sure
great,
if that
right?
would be a protective symbol or a cursing symbol. I guess only time will tell.
Now, Zeb, I know you have a DeviantArt. Did you ever do Spiral Knights kind of art, or?
I'm not much of an artist, to be honest, even though I do have a DeviantArt.
Okay.
I did some digital art for a while, and I haven't touched it in, a long time. Although I plan on picking it back up, because I'm going to art college here over the summer, so...
Oh, cool.
Hopefully we'll see some stuff pick up.
Cool beans.
Look forward to it.
Alrighty then. Your favorite sport is MOBA?
What? Did I write that down?
It's on your... I was just looking at your DeviantArt thing. Cause we
I
were
have to
talking
go back to
about
my DeviantArt.
it. It says favorite sport. MOBA?
I guess... Oh yeah, that's right, I did write that down, because I wasn't sure if that was a sport or not.
Sure, why
So
not?
I'm not much of a physical sports person, so I guess game sports are more my thing.
Chess.
I wish I could say that.
I don't know. My favorite sport is martial arts, so... I don't know if that counts either. We're all like
I
borderline.
think that's a sport. I'm pretty sure that's
Chess is a sport.
And then, Hood, you'd say like fishing is your favorite sport.
That's a real sport.
Yeah. So we're all like on borderline actual like common sports.
But
So
there's people who say lockdown is a sport. It's not a sport.
Wow.
Feck says in the live stream chat, apparently League of Legends is a sport, so I've been told. Well, I mean, there is the North America LCS being week 3 of the summer split being streamed right now. So maybe it's a sport, or maybe it's people pretending that it's a sport when it's actually not a sport, like Zhang says.
Alright, so MOBA is a sport. Good, I'm not out of line.
I guess. I'd like to think it's a sport. Zhang strongly thinks it's not a sport, but...
There's people that say that it is, there's people that say it isn't. I don't really have much of anything to say on it.
I think, if anything, to understand that question, we'd have to rewrite the dictionary.
Well,
Yeah.
instead of wasting time on that, let's actually just write and update digital law so that people stop with this digital... Never mind, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. I don't even know where I'm going with that. So instead, we'll go to our next segment, which is Overheard at Moorcroft Manor, and actually talk about things. As if we haven't already. Overheard at Moorcroft Manor. From the helmet of someone who likes some creature that prolongs their horn to fight with or something like that.
The helmet is supposed to be resembling to a demon called...
Well, the first thing we have is the patch notes on June 4th that came out, so this was just a few days ago. All they did was they updated the art for Sputterspark and fixed some, like, disappearing rockets and things like that. I think that's actually it, right? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that sounds right.
They stealthily added in a third one, which is Cryotech Alchemist can be searched for again by name in the auction house.
Oh yeah, that's right, I remember seeing that. That is one of the things they added in.
Like,
Like,
who
there was
finds
a-
that? I guess, like, one person... How does that bug happen?
Like,
just wonder
someone
from a
was
programming
looking for it,
perspective.
or it didn't show up or something, I don't know.
Yeah, that'd have to be it, but, like, and then submits a bug report and say, hey, Cryotech Alchemy doesn't work. But, like, how does that happen? I don't understand. Okay.
They may just have like a list of all the items that show up on the auction house, and that may have been one of the items that wasn't showing up, or like wasn't on the list.
Right.
So basically a typo is what I'm saying.
Do either of you... Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. See, he's smarter than I am. Do either of you smart people, while we're on the subject, know what the new Sputterspark looks like? I didn't get a chance to go back into the mission and
Yep.
see it.
I
Yep.
How
did
is it
not.
In
different?
fact, Whimsicality's actually uploaded a video of that, I think.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll have to
Right,
check that out then.
I'll post that in the show notes for you.
Alright, is it a completely different model? Or
It's been remodeled. It no longer looks like an oversized gremlin knocker. It's got claws on it and some weird head-mounted cannon thing.
okay.
And it looks more humorous.
Alright. Well, good deal. We had the Rage prize boxes that came out this week also. This is kind of interesting. So, this, like, these angry colored items, they're reskins of, like, the Stormy stuff. So, Thunderous Mail and Thunderous Plate Helm and all that stuff. All the Thunderous, there's now Raging? It's Rage or Raging?
I think it's Raging. I can double check that for you.
And I think, yeah. And it's just the Stormy stuff recolored with red. So, a few interesting points here. One, there was supposed to be a content update that rolled out with this, according to Aphrodite on the forums, but they delayed the update for unknown reasons they won't tell us. So, Glacies came to me earlier and speculated and said, I wonder if this was like a very grindy update to, like, that they were accompanying with this Raging kind of promotion, because it even says in the Raging, like, patch notes, it says, I know all you knights don't have anything to rage about, so you don't need this armor even a little bit. So whatever the content update is, they're expecting, like, knights to get upset about it, quote-unquote.
Yeah.
But the Glacies proposed, did they delay it, the actual content update, so that we could have our charity live stream without being interfered by a bunch of people who just want to go and grind stuff?
Oh yeah, they did the water event right where we're doing our water. They did the splash event right where we were doing the water event.
That's true too.
But
my personal interpretation of that was that it was meant to be the Gunner update, and they delayed it because they're still not finished, and people would have been mad because it had taken so long, because you know how people are. Even when they get something, they're still annoyed about delays.
Yep.
So they made an angry promotion to match the Gunner update, but then delayed the Gunner update, which is exactly the reason why they made the angry promotion, which would make people angry.
Well, my theory was, you know how they've been doing back-to-back promotions for a while now?
Yeah.
My theory is that they're using all that money to pay for overtime for the staff so they can finish the Gunner update.
Could be the case.
Also, just a little update for you. It is indeed called, all the armor and stuff's called Raging and not Rage.
Okay. So there's some, like, cool accessories and stuff like this that came with this. My favorite, they have a Crest of Rage, which is like the Crest of Summer, Crest of Winter, except there's a fire symbol on the little necklace thing instead of a sun or a snowflake. And there's also these tomes, these, like, books that you wear at your hip, and they kind of flop around as you walk. And they just look kind of nice to have a book on your side.
I wish you could attach a
love
Book of Dark
one too.
Rituals to your knight.
That'd be cool.
So, does that mean magic class confirmed?
Can I say yes?
Well, there is the
Yes.
wrench wand.
The closest, yeah, so I was about to say, the closest thing you could probably do is put glasses on your knight, put a tome on your armor, and then run around with a wrench wand.
Yeah, hood and cloak with a tome on the cloak and then a wrench wand.
Yeah.
I don't think you can put it on cloaks, can you?
I don't think you can, no. I tried. I wanted to put one on my Chaos Cloak.
You
So I
can
could
put them
wear
on
it
like
with-
the Wolver coats, and those look kind of magical, so it's possible.
I put one on my Snarblax. Looks alright. So I look like a very fancy-schmancy person in lockdown with my Black Cat Cowl and Snarblax, which is one of my standard loadouts, so... A lot of people's standard loadouts. Another point about this whole thing is I know Raging Storm is almost an idiom of sorts. Not really, but kind of is. Like, the words tend to go together. But there, of course, is a knight, and for a while he was actually pretty popular. Like, you could ask a lot of more prominent knights that were 5-star and that kind of thing, hey, do you know Raging Storm? And a lot of them would have actually said yes. I don't see him around too much anymore. But
Yeah.
there was actually a pretty prominent knight named Raging Storm that I was friends with, and then he kind of got mad at me for reasons that I won't go into, but were slightly unjustified, and then didn't like me anymore. But yeah, Raging Storm. He's a knight, and you can actually friend him and things. He
After
actually...
this, he's going to get like 50 different friend requests.
Yeah, He's probably friends with a bunch of people, half the people in the game anyways. And the other half,
I've never
he's
heard of him until now.
Well then, okay. I'm sure it's not actually the case. I just know that probably because, again, I was more associated with him than a lot of people.
Right.
But I know he's friends with a ton of people. I saw him in game just this week, actually. So now that I think about it, so
I've heard their name go around a few times, but not recently.
yeah. So kind of interesting. He was friends with, or was it friends or enemies? Yeah, never mind. Spiral Knight's drama. I'm not going to go into this. So there you go. Rage prize boxes. I would strongly recommend, if you're gonna invest in a promotion, you should have done the last one for your chance of getting a bubbly squirt gun blitz needle, because that was awesome. But if you didn't get that, then these tome accessories that are pretty common with these Rage prize boxes are also pretty darn nice.
They're also very cool.
If you want to see what it all looks like, HRPB put together a nice convenient video in Spiral Spy to show off all of the new costumes and accessories, and he put that up on his YouTube channel. So he does parodies as well as informative videos like this whenever there's a promotion. So if you want to subscribe to him and check out his videos, they're a lot of fun. He's got some of my favorite Spiral Knights music on there, his parodies and stuff. And I always look at his videos like this, the new costumes and accessories, so I can see what's going on, because I don't have easy access to Spiral Spy and stuff like that. So thanks to him for putting that together, and check it out. And tell him the Arsenal podcast sent you. He'd like that. And tell him, may the energy be with you, because that's his tagline.
Oh, is it?
MTEWBY.
See, he knows it. Green knows it. MTEBWI. Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I have to think it out. Okay,
Just say
cool.
random letters.
Yeah. Nah, I can't think of random letters. I'm trying to think of something that's actually random, or would seem random, but all I can think of things that are actually letters. But how about SPIRALLIGHTS?
There you go. That sounds familiar.
There we go. And so that's what we can get into. So we had 2 days of events. We had 4 major events. We did a kind of interesting Clockwork's copycat kind of thing. We had Shopping List Season 3 and Season 4, both of which got recorded and will be up on the YouTubes. I believe Moroka recorded his perspectives and I recorded mine. So we have at least 2. And then we also had our Coliseum Rumble with a bunch of people in guild teams and stuff like that running around and blowing each other up with bombs and trying to dodge other guild teams that were trying to mingle with our guild teams.
Yeah, that was entertaining. We had to switch over to European servers just to try and get away.
Yeah.
I'm sure they appreciated the mass rage quits, though.
That was hilarious. Yeah, we were in the matchmaking queue in US, and we got matched with another guild that we didn't want to get matched with. So we all kind of left at the same time. It was just ready, set, leave, and just as the game started, you just see 6 people just leave the game, and then they win. It's like, oh look, free crowns. That was the first one. Then it happened a second time, and we decided, alright, we'll leave one person on the other team, so...
And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And they were seriously playing too. They didn't take it as a joke. They were like, quick, capture all the points. It might be a really good guy or something.
They captured
They looked really worried that I might beat them or something, because they were like, everyone team up on him now.
Yeah, so Lord Hood walks in there as a recon, and then as soon as he shows his face, 6 people just converge on him.
Start pounding on me with 6 hammers.
And so we watched Lord Hood die a couple times, and then he left the game too. So they're like, oh good, free 80 crowns.
I should have just stayed in spawn the entire time and let them
be bored.
Be bored for 5 minutes.
How to troll in lockdown.
Just everyone stays inside in the last 30 seconds. Everyone recons out and caps all the points.
No, what you do is you stay in spawn and just shoot guns out.
Yeah.
So their team gets caps once and they win, but you get all the damage. They literally get no damage. That's an interesting little thought. We should have done that. Oh well.
Yeah, I was surprised to make it into that battle royale thing, because I only donated $5. I thought I wasn't even going to get in there.
Yeah, it was... The Coliseum Rumble was going to be for highest donators. Thing was, didn't really consider the fact, and we need to refine this if we ever do another one of these, but we need to consider the fact that a lot of the highest donators weren't actually like online or anything like that. And so when we were ready to start, we messaged people and went down the list of the $200 donators and the $100 donators and the Javon who donated $55 and he got in. I think no, he wasn't online at the time, so he wasn't on. And I was like, actually, there's no one here. Oh, Javon was there. Yeah, he was.
He
there.
was. He left after the second event, the scalping list.
Right. Tovok we got on because he donated $35, and then Zebramf was the only other one who was actually online.
So $5 got me into a $200 event.
GG.
Congratulations.
Good strats. So yeah, we were all running around with like Fang of Vogs, and I had my Devil Magnuses going for a while, and I kited Sir Jinxable around and just kept shooting him. He's like, Ladison, where are you going? Where are you going? I'm like, I'm shooting you. And he's like, trying to... I'm backpedaling and just shooting at his face, and then eventually like eats 50 Magnus bullets and finally dies.
And then eventually got into the point where he would just sit in a corner and then wait for some recon guy to sneak up behind him and then just instantly lock on and kill.
That was hilarious. I do that in randoms too. I mean, it's a really fun thing to do. Just put on your highest damage loadout and get a Grand Foster hammer, and then just walk into a corner in plain sight, like close to the enemy base, and just stand in a corner and face the wall.
Oh,
and
that was so annoying.
People will come up behind you and they'll be like, what's this guy doing? And then they usually won't attack right away. If it's a gunner, then it doesn't work, and too bad, you gotta try again. But like people that just walk up, recons or whatever, like even you'll get the death mark, and immediately you just turn around, face out the corner, and double swing Grand Fost. I caught like 2 or 3 recons gathered around me at the same time, and just like...
those 2-3 recons were all me, because I tried to get you several times.
Yeah. Lord Hood also, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But that's actually another interesting strategy for a team that, well, for finding an opponent that wouldn't have guns, to stand in a corner, face outwards, and then just keep like swinging your sword so that they can't.
Or just keep running into a corner so
call
you're
reinforcements
lagging
for
out.
the gunner, and he comes and shoots you in the head.
Exactly.
I don't remember playing seriously at all there. I think I just ran around with a 2-star cutter and catalyzer.
Yeah, that was funny. He was like, what were you averaging, like 40 damage a game?
I think it was less than that.
I got 10 one game, 40 another, and like 300 another because I was using a sword.
And then the final game, like I think everyone did catalyzer, and those who didn't have a catalyzer, everyone just put a bunch of charges on them to see if they can, how fast they could kill them. I think I was the first one up. I had no like defense against any of that, and I had like 50 of those circling me.
It was like a solid ring, yeah.
Yeah, and I took like not even like maybe a tenth of a heart of damage. Like I went down from 100 to 99% or something.
It turns out that catalyzer detonations actually don't do almost any damage in PvP.
Like I think I took more damage just from the single shots, the non-charged ones, than the fully charged ones.
Yep. Because I can testify to that too. I had 5 or 6 on me, and I stood next to someone who had a bunch, and he shot the other guy, which detonated mine also, because apparently catalyzers do that. Either I wasn't seeing bullets, or else a bunch of people that all have catalyzer shots orbiting around them, if you detonate one of them, it like chain reactions to hit the other ones.
Yep.
Seemed like what was happening.
I have a feeling that the catalyzers do more damage to the screen, because he's posted an image of what looks like lockdown in first person. The cameras shook that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the camera would shake so much that it would sink beneath the map, and you'd see just the bottom, the skybox in the background for a split second, and then it'd go back up again.
Yep. Assuming my recording didn't lag out, I have a video of that too, so that was funny. And then there was like a couple of people, Blue Flood and others, who were just like running around actually playing the game and not realizing we were all in the middle of the map having a catalyzer party.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, I thought you guys were actually playing. We're like, no, we're shooting each other with catalyzers. That was fun, though. And then
Speaking of which, didn't you say you donate $1 for every time you got hit with a charge?
Not seriously, but I can go to the video and watch and check it out and see how many I actually got hit with. I don't know, I might be able to make good on that. I don't know, it depends on how many I got hit with, because I do have like limited resources, as does everyone, of course. I'm a poor college student.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Then we had the all recon match, and that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that was really funny.
I was trying to get my team. I was telling them in team chat, I'm like, everyone just gather around their spawn and let's hide and wait for one person to come out, and then just like destroy them. But like they wouldn't do it. They were too busy capping points and stuff. I was sad.
I wasn't on your team. I'm falling asleep in game. I wasn't on your team. I was on the other one.
Yeah.
I didn't really. Did we split up into two different chats for that? Or were we all just in one room?
We split up for a little bit, and then I guess your guys' side was too quiet, so you came back.
Got lonely.
Oh yeah, because we had a bunch of quiet people on our team.
I figured Tovak alone would have been enough, but
No.
Apparently not.
He was depressed.
yeah. And I was like, "Hey, Blue Flood, you should stop winning so much, because we're trying to have fun here," which is fine too. It was pretty funny. I got to use my all brandish charge loadouts to just run around charging brandish after brandish. Did a bunch of fun stuff. Lockdown is fun when you've got friends and you're doing stuff like that.
Yeah. I think someone brought like a Shiver Mist bomb out there, and I'm in my full Skulver coat, just running through the bomb, not getting frozen.
Oh,
and
that's
all my teammates around me were like just stuck in place, and I'm like, "Hey guys, what's up?"
Blue Flood just developed like this pro strat because we were using Fang of Og's, and so he like Fang of Og charged, fighting the Shiver Mist bomber, and it would defrost him. And even light him on fire with the Fang of Og charge, the self-inflicted fire, and then he could walk through the haze bomb, even though he didn't have freeze resistance, because he was on fire.
That was pretty good.
That is pretty smart.
It was great.
Next level.
Yeah, so there was that. There was the Clockwork's Coffee Cat on Friday, of sorts. We didn't get like all perspectives recorded or anything like that, but I think we had 2-man teams, which eventually became 3-man teams of people running the Clockworks from Moorcroft Manor to the core, using just one loadout. So once we got on the first elevator, we never touched a Arsenal Station.
Arsenal Station, yeah. I was a part of that. I went from Moorcroft down to Emberlight, and then I had to go, and I came back just before shopping was started up again.
Nice. Who were you partnered with?
I was solo because I couldn't find anyone, sadly enough.
So you just figured, I'll just do it myself.
Well, I was pacing myself really well with the 3-man teams.
Nice.
Like, we were on the same floors, they hit the elevator, I hit it like another 30 seconds after them. It was pretty close.
Right. Well, I feel like this is the point where spoilers are about to start coming out or things like that, because there's some stuff I want to say. So instead, let me turn my attention real quick and just say thanks to everyone who came out and donated and stuff like that. We'll get back to the talk in a second. I feel like spoilers are about to pop up. But Ironian Knight donated $200 and out of the $668 that we raised over the weekend. So thanks to Ironian Knight. We also had Kaiser Wolf who donated $200. So thanks so much to you guys. Javon donated $55. Awesome. And among the three, those were the top 3 donators of the event. So thanks so much to everyone who came out and donated, just showed support to the event and stuff like that. Also to the guild leaders, Peronius of the Night... I guess he's not a guild leader of the Night's Watch anymore, is he?
He's Echo Silence now, I think.
Mm-hmm. But Peronius and Ruby Clips both donated stuff for our little stream giveaway that we had, which was kind of fun.
I won something at the very end. I was so surprised by that.
I didn't.
The bad news is it was a really crappy blaster.
What was the UV that you got?
The UV was, I have it in my arsenal. Let me pull it up real quick. I believe it was, damage bonus versus Gremlin, very high. So it's not too bad.
I can't even remember what I won.
I'm hoping that when the Gunner update comes out, they'll branch off with the blaster so I can turn this into like a shadow blaster instead of just the normal. So that'll be really effective.
Yeah, there you go.
So I guess it turned out better than I expected.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I will give... Sorry, I was being messaged. I will be honest, one time the roll came out, we were doing it through randoms, and Lord Hood was in the chat, and he got picked for one of them. And I'm like, no. And I just re-rolled it without saying anything, because I'm like, no, hosts can't win.
What was it?
I think it was one of the blasters.
Yeah, that's
I'm not
fine.
sure. Yeah, the blaster, that's okay.
Blasters.
The blast.
It's just a blaster with like 3 UVs.
If it was like Shadow Dragon Wings or something, I might strangle you, but
Wow.
but it's okay.
Yeah, well, it was fun doing that little giveaway and stuff like that. So thanks to those people for contributing and donating and stuff like that also. And yeah, so from here on out, I'll be putting up as many videos as I can, as soon as I can, up on our YouTube channel. So be sure you're subscribed to youtube.com/SclayElite. From there, I will also have links to other people that are posting their perspectives. But if you want to watch all of these events, they should all be there, as well as some of the funny moments. We had the unboxing of boxes, me putting my hat, my bright red top hat on, my armor, and some other moments that we had.
Did you get footage of Solotron and I getting married?
Yes.
Yes!
So the marriage will go up there too. So Snakes
I
is
didn't
saying,
ask for that, by the way. It just kind of happened.
yeah, it was hilarious, is what it was. But anyways, yeah. So all that will be going up. If you don't want to be spoiled about the results and stuff, now is probably the time to end the episode for you. So thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next time. You can contact us with all the conventional ways and stuff like that. Goodbye.
However,
I've
already seen them.
If you've already seen them or don't care about spoilers and want to keep hearing us talk about the hilarity that ensued,
Listen
welcome
on.
back.
Glad to have you back.
Anyways, the Clockwork Copycat. I haven't talked to Gracie's yet about how he got so far ahead, because we were all on pace with each other, these two-man teams, and suddenly him and his like random teammate that he picked up from someone in the stream were like 3 levels ahead.
They might have just blitzed through it all and not really full cleared everything.
That's what I'm thinking.
And even then, he wasn't the one that actually won.
Yeah. Out of nowhere. Who was it that did win?
Poor Guardian, I think.
Right. Yeah, he messaged me. That's right. I don't... Wow. I don't know how they did that. Other than, did they cheat? I don't know. We were full clearing, so...
Maybe they like joined a friend 3 levels down or something, and then created like went solo.
I don't
That
know.
may be it.
But I mean, if
Because they like were really far ahead of us.
Yeah. But we all did the stratum that had the Jelly King, so that was fine. I died in the Jelly King like room for the first time in a very, very long time. I think that was the run when that happened. And then we had a bunch of compounds. There was one depth that was a guaranteed compounds.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember at least 3.
I remember seeing that, but I wasn't a part of it.
I wonder... See, I'm just trying to think of what were the possible ways that they could have skipped Glacies and Core Guardian. Like, there was one jelly farm. You know, some of the slimes only spawn when you walk into the grass. I wonder if they never walked into that grass.
Huh. That could be.
Because you kind of assume that you walk in there by default and, like, cut all the grass, like the 4x4 or 5, whatever it is of grass, but... Like, if you don't, then that's, like, 16 jellies that
don't you have to
fight.
kill everything that spawns? You can't.
You do, but if you never spawn them...
But if you go into, like, a graveyard, you
full
could
clearing. You
go...
don't have to
You could,
spawn
like,
them to
stick to the
finish
edges
the
and
level.
stuff and never spawn any zombies.
That's what we do. Like, when we play
Okay.
shopping list and we hit a graveyard, we, like, walk along the edge so we spawn
Okay.
as few zombies as possible.
Okay.
Now, if it's part of a natural part of the map, like, you can't avoid a side path that's an actual obvious side path. Because you gotta clear those. But... yeah, I don't know. Actually, maybe we should take that rule out. Like, full clear means, like, kill everything that spawns, but if you can
Along the
avoid
main
spawning
path.
it, then... yeah,
Yeah.
that actually makes more sense.
Because a lot of the side paths are just dead ends, like just loot and stuff, but if you're just following the main path, then that really should just be a full clear. Like, if you
Right.
accidentally go down a side path, though, that's your fault.
So
Yep.
what you're saying is, kill everything in sight while simultaneously following the yellow brick road.
Exactly.
Follow the yellow road and kill everything.
Parody. Someone do it. Actually, there's not much of a parody to be made on that song, is there? Never mind.
Don't say that, because someone's going to do it.
Okay, fine. Someone do it. I want it.
I'll be
Please,
impressed.
we'll play it on the show. For goodness sakes. Okay, so we had Shopping List Season 3, and that one was Team Orb versus Team Better Than Them, which was a 4-on-4. 2 teams of 4. And so I think the teams were Moroka, Sir Greenlink, HRPB, and Lord Hood, who got replaced by Solotron, because Solotron was running a little bit late, and Lord Hood's computer was breaking down.
Yeah, that's...
Well, I was
that's
just filling in
those
for
are
him
teams.
anyway, so...
Right. And then on my team, I had Sky Scythe, Drakranos, Zebramf, and myself. And Sky Scythe was like having like the worst day of his life, and he probably hated my guts because it was multiple things in a row. Me forgetting the rules to Shopping List and like using a pill at the very beginning.
You use
I'm a
like
genius.
3-4 pills before you notice that, oh wait, I'm not supposed to be using pills, we're in the negatives.
Yeah, well, it was only one pill that got used. But
Really?
that,
I
and
thought
then...
it was multiple.
No, it was just one. But it meant we finished the game net 0 points. Our team did, and their team took the clean sweep.
Yeah. That one was to 100, I think is what we said, right?
We played that one to 50.
Oh, just 50, that's right, 'cause we were short on time. I wasn't sure if it was 50 or 100.
Yep, it was 50. The second, Season 4 was 70 points,
Yes.
and this one was 50. But
The
yeah, and then...
multipliers are fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys just, like, went pro-strat, like, mathematics it up.
1.5 times 1.5 times whatever you get.
Yeah.
And our team was Lat, Zuvan, and myself. We went most of we went halfway, maybe more than halfway before we even took our first stipulation. And that was a lot of. And then once we did that stipulation, we had to change our entire game plan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was Season 4. Just let me wrap up Season 3 real quick, and then we'll get to that.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. But the other thing that I wanted to note was really funny was every time you guys' Greenlink, your team kept finding orb after alchemy orb.
Yep.
And Sky Scythe had been
Name.
Sky Scythe had been commenting on how much he wanted orbs. He was like, I can't find any of them. I've been farming for so long. And so that's how you guys got your team name and that, because that was just pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
We all found at least one.
And of course, Sky Scythe found none.
Yeah, that was a weird turn of events.
So that was Season 3, and then of course Smirka's team won that one. Well, Team Orb beat Team Better Than Them. We had fun derping around in Legion of Almire, though, and getting wrecked in the final room. Like, pro strategy, or maybe even common sense basic strategy, is don't do Legion of Almire if you're playing Shopping List, because you will die.
Yeah.
I don't understand how Sky Scythe solos it.
You're so lucky that you'll run into a love puppy on Legion of Almire.
Then again, we were calling Sky Scythe the filthy casual, right? He's like the pro player that wasn't. Or something like that.
Everything bar the last room is actually pretty easy if you take your time, though.
It's true. But then the last room, like, wrecks your life.
Not, but then again, it is easier if you have fewer people because of the lower health.
Right.
And if you bring poison.
GG. We seriously need a weapon that can kill zombies within totem range, though. I'd actually consider bringing a Cold Iron Vanquisher as a side weapon if it could kill. If the last hit was a Vanquisher that would kill a zombie that would stay dead even if inside a respawning totem.
That would make
haze.
the Cold Iron Vanquisher a lot more useful.
Yeah, so, of course, credit to Glacies with that idea. I really like mentioning it because I really like the idea. Makes the least useful 5-star sword in the game actually useful.
You mean the Quarry Sword is not the least useful 5-star sword?
Oh, I forgot about that 3-star sword. Whoops.
No, it's 5-star. Right?
No.
No, it's 3.
Thanks for playing. The sarcasm. Alright, and then there was Season 4, which is what Zeb was just mentioning.
Yeah.
It was going to be two teams of 2 and 2 teams of 3, because we just had a strange number of players. But then I forgot about one of our donators, Technokill. So it actually ended up being 3 teams of 3 and 1 team of 2. So count on your fingers you figured out. It was Team Yellow Snow, which was me and Javon and Zebramf, like he was saying. It was the nameless Team 1, the first team that didn't come up with a name, which was Greenlink, Sky Scythe, and Glacies, which is like the OP team, which is what they should have been called. There was Team Blazers, I think named because of like fire or something like that, which is HRPB and Ocean Prince. It sounds like they had fun. And then there was the Too Busy with Strategy to come up with a name team. The other team that didn't come up with a name, which was Moroka, Sir Jinxel, and Technokill. So, this was the more interesting when we were playing to 70 points. And the stipulations, of course, they're randomly generated, but they were so loaded. Like, once you got the first one, it was guaranteed that you were going to get the second one because you were going to die, which was going to make your life miserable, and then you're going to take the third one, which, like, sealed your doom for the rest of the game.
Are we allowed to name
One thing led to another.
Or is that not allowed?
No, it's fine. Yeah, they're actually on. If you go to the Google Doc that's permanent now, the master list that has all the rules, at the bottom there's the Hall of Fame, and we actually list all the stipulations that got
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
applied.
at. I just wasn't sure if we were allowed to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright. So basically the first
Stipulation
one
upon
was
stipulation.
all teams with fewer than 50 points have to get rid of their shields for the next 2 levels,
Right.
which almost guarantees the second one, which is all players on a team with fewer than 50 points must only use bombs for the next 3 levels.
And of course,
So-
there's two types of bombers: people that like their shields for the defense, and people who don't actually need a shield. I don't actually need a shield, so I was okay with this. But I can't remember what I think I was still the one who died even then.
Shields are for people
I
who
don't
take
think we took
damage.
the third stipulation. I think we only hit the first 2.
Did we not?
I'm pretty sure we only took the 2.
All right.
But yeah, we had to switch our entire game plan from that. We were planning on what was it that we were doing?
Well,
I forget.
we put our lives in the hand of the stream chat, and said, "Hey, give us an accidental," and they gave us Kleptolisk, which is if we find a treasure vault, we can steal 10 points from another team. So we had it all planned out. We were going to hit 70 points just perfectly, and then we were in the Clockworks. We were in the arcade in Tier 3, and then we took on this stipulation, which was disable shields, and we had 2 Fiend levels coming up.
I think it was just one, but it's
Was it just one?
Still, fiends are fiends. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it was like we were terrified of this, and so we had to bail on that entire idea. Ended up putting us behind. I think we finished with 60 points.
Yeah, we were 10 behind.
Didn't you have
Had we found that treasure vault, we would have won with 70 and stolen 10 from someone.
It's true, but we had to get through that Fiend level first.
Right.
Hood, did you?
Sorry about that.
You're good.
Didn't you have a like 0 points at one point, or like negative points?
Yeah, we had negative in season 3. Yeah, because I used a pill, put us at negative points, so we got just enough points to get back to 0. We finished the game at 0 points. I think is how it went.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But then, of course, Sir Greenlink, Sky Scythe, and Glacies, which these teams were, of course, determined randomly. We just random generated them out, and they took it pretty hard. You guys actually took a bunch of stipulations early, didn't you?
Yep, I mean, we decided to do double or nothing Snorlax, and we failed on the boss.
So 0 points for the whole thing,
Uh-huh.
and then no shields for whatever else you decided to do.
The Royal Jelly.
And yet somehow they made it. And we were talking about this too, like, do we play it safe and just kind of get points slowly, or we can be really aggressive? And that was what we were hoping the point of Shopping List was, and it seems like that's realistically what's actually happening, is you take the low road of get points easy but less risk of dying, or you can like do this high risk, high reward kind of get more points with all these consequences facing you if you don't. And I really like how it turned out. We decided to go kind of low road, and we still ended up paying the price for it. They went, after taking their loss, I guess you guys went very aggressive, all in or nothing, and it
Yeah,
paid
we
off for you.
We kind of killed the Royal Jelly with one weapon that wasn't Shadow, and then decided that we'd do Snorlax again, double or nothing, Proto Gear, get ourselves within 3 pips of health before killing the Snorlax for an extra 10 points, and then killing it.
That's actually really genius, because I never thought about that. I always figured we'd just do the 3 pips of health just like in a normal level, But like doing it before a boss fight, particularly the Snarblacks, is an easy way to boost points. I actually really like that as a strategy and stuff. That's really nice. I mean, it was interesting because we'd used the same strategy. We did Snarblacks and then, well, we did Jelly and then Snarblacks. Except we won both of ours, but we weren't playing it very risky. I think we just unequipped our battle sprites for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then we ran 2 people in Proto. Oh, no, that's what happened. We ran 2 people in Proto for the Snarblacks, and one person, Zeb, you had just a Barbarous Thornblade. And
Barbarous Thornblade and a bunch of Skulver.
We did the My DPS is solo, which is every person on the team only has one weapon. Except Javon accidentally forgot and equipped his, he just used his Proto loadout, which had a second weapon.
Pistol.
So we lost our 1.5 times multiplier, which could have actually set us up to win. I think we would have been a lot closer, but oh well. Games are games. I brought my sprite along on like 2 levels that we were planning on not.
Yeah.
Because I'm bad.
We were rushing through it. We weren't making sure everything was set up correctly. But it was still all good fun.
It was really fun. And I think Maroka recorded, again, both seasons. So those should go up on his channel about the same time these go up on ours. So 'twas fun. And that stipulation list was just golden. It was perfect to, like, once you touch... I think that's what happened to Maroka's team. Maroka, Surging Symbol, and Techno Kill. They picked up one stipulation, which caused them to take the second one, which caused them to take the third one. They were at, like, 9 or 10, I think, when the game finished. Yeah, it got to
the point where Sir Jinxable, he hit number 9, where the player who died must praise another team and provide them with moral support for 2 minutes. So he came up to Latinized team, and he was just... It was kind of awkward, to be honest.
You think?
It was extremely awkward.
It was just high. I was like telling him, hey, you should... Because Javon was about to leave, and so... I think awkward / hilarious is half the point of that stipulation. I can't remember who came up with that one, but... I guess mission accomplished.
Yeah, that was fun.
But anyway, Javon was about to leave, and so... We were just about to say goodbye to him and thanks for coming anyways, and then Sir Jinxable shows up. I'm like, hey, you can help us say goodbye to Javon. So,
that's right. That was the best moral support he gave, was saying goodbye to a leaving teammate.
Okay. Which is all he really had time to do. I think, did he even have time to leave before the game ended?
No.
Yeah.
He was there for 60 seconds, and then I think Greenlink came up and was like, we won. Or someone came up and said we won.
Yeah, and if I hadn't been foolish enough to die, I think we had a very serious chance of winning.
Yeah.
But
I was excited for that.
Then I died, and
I had the feeling that you'd be winning, because I'd pretty much given up by the time that we died then.
Yeah. That's heartbreaking. That's almost the point where you say, it's worth using a pill and taking the -5 just so we survive, or something.
We were too late, though.
Yeah. Alright, well... Yeah, and that was Spiral Lights. So again, the best moments and the events will all be up on the YouTube channel, so be sure you're subscribed. You can go rewatch them if you would like to do so. If you just can't wait and you want to see the whole thing, all the videos are on demand on the Twitch channel, the Spiral Lights Twitch channel, so that's that. And then I guess we'll end with our sprint question, which is 60 seconds to just give your answer, your personal answer to this whole thing. And the question for this week is, what was the best moment of Spiral Lights? Or, I suppose, one of the best, since it's probably a little difficult to pick the best.
Alright, so what order are we going in? Are we just...
Doesn't matter. If you're ready, you can go ahead and go, because I still actually have to think about this.
Probably the one that I remember the most was during the, Grand Rumble in Lockdown, where I got loaded up with catalyzers, and it made a solid ring around me, and then someone detonated it, and it did, like, absolutely no damage. And then shortly after, people started running into, like, the middle shock trap and dying, and that was the most memorable thing for me.
That was pretty funny, though. As soon as the match started, people, like, dashed into the middle of his reactor, and someone just, like, stepped on the shock pad, and Blue Flood was like, you don't actually have to step on the shock pad and stand in the exact middle of the map to make this work. But,
yep.
Yes, that was good. I thought the marriages were pretty funny, the quote-unquote marriages of Zebramf and Solitron, as well as Sir Greenlink and Maroka, and I'm still waiting for fan art and fan fiction for that.
That happened like 2 days ago. Give him some time, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying I'm waiting. I'm on the edge of my seat.
That was something that I wanted to talk about, but I just remember the Coliseum battles the most.
Yeah. That and the people that donated and stuff like that. It was just fun. Every time we got a donation, I got to read one of them off. It was just like, yay!
I believe that when I donated, I had a comment like, "This is a comment. Like, my wish is for you to read this out loud for all to hear."
Something like that, yeah. That was good.
You got your wish.
Yay,
I
people are
did my
donating
wish.
and stuff like that was good fun, and getting to update the stream to say who the recent donators were. It was a fun time. Raised $668 total, and I will talk a little bit about the logistics of where we go from here when we finish with this question. Green, do you have a best moment?
Well, I have a few. It's kind of hard to decide. Those boxes were pretty funny. Like, the firing with catalyzers was pretty good, and that point where I seemed to somehow travel in time.
How was
Travel
that?
in time.
Yeah, like, when you were on Ventrilo, I was reaching pings of over 10,000, and the messages were on buffer.
That's very impressive.
And
Yeah,
it was like I was talking to myself.
Yeah, but at the same time, what we could hear was just, it eventually would backlog everything he said, so he would lag out for like 30 seconds, and then suddenly we'd just hear Greenlink start talking, and it was everything he had said in the last 30 seconds.
It was really like talking to your ghost or something.
And he's just like, yep. Okay, guys, can you hear me now? Okay, yeah, I thought that too. And it's just constant stream of him just like saying everything he had said in the last
I
30
must have
seconds.
missed that because I don't recall ever hearing it.
Yeah, it was on Friday. I
My
think.
favorite part was
Oh,
chasing
that must have been during
in
the
lockdown
first event when I had to pull
over
out.
and over again when he had half the pip of health.
Okay, well, that was a couple of thoughts going at the same time.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I think you were talking first. But anyways, yeah, Hood was... I can't remember any specific times. I just remember I was kiting him around for a long time.
Yeah, I killed you 2 or 3 times, but you'd escape as often as not.
Mm-hmm. Played one game without any armor, or without any weapons, that is.
Run!
And just ran around with my strike booster and nothing.
Just grab pots and throw them at people.
Yep.
You could
go.
deathmark people and throw pots at them.
I remember Skyscythe saying something about killing someone doing that in lockdown before. I've made 1 kill with water before.
What is it, 8 damage?
Something like that. Just pathetic. Now,
6.
is it 6?
Something like that.
Alright. Well, where we go from here is Spiralites, in theory, is still, like, the donation part is still open until next podcast. So up until the Saturday night in 6 days, you can still make donations and still be eligible for raffles. If you donate $5 or more, you're eligible for a raffle of the Prime Bomb Head Mask. At $10, it's the Crests of Love. I call them Heart Crests. People get mad at me for some reason because they call things Crystal Energy and Jelly King. I can call them Heart Crests. That's what they are. But Crests of Love, and then at $15, your chance at Monster Pocket of your choice. And so next episode we will just raffle those off live among the donators that donated a certain amount. So hopefully we get a few more donations and we can read off a bigger total. We set a goal of $1,000, and again we're at 668. So
That's in the course of 2 days.
that is actually in the course of about 2 weeks, because we've had the
is it?
donation open for that long. We've been talking about it for that long. People came through and donated beforehand.
Oh,
But-
okay. I thought it was just it opened on Friday.
No. But even so, that's pretty good. So 1 week left. Maybe we can hit $1,000. Yeah, let's do it. And thanks to everyone who donated. Thanks to everyone who participated. It was a lots of fun. So thanks for
Indeed
that.
It was.
You're welcome.
I guess we'll just wrap this show up then. With Unique Variants. Ladies and gentlemen, your Unique Variants. That's honestly really about it. I can't think of anything else. I mean, shout out again to everyone who donated and stuff like that, to people that hung out with us in the chat, which included Sir Greenlink, Sky Scythe, Maroka, Zebramf, Ocean Prince, Javon, HRPB, Techno Kill, Tovok, and of course Lord Hood and myself, but not shouting out to myself. But that was fun. A special, like, consolation kind of thanks to Ruby Eclipse, ex-Gempire, well, he's still Gempire Guildmaster, but he's not really playing anymore. But he agreed to come on, and he came on for a little bit, but he came on just as we finished the Coliseum Rumble. He was gonna be one of the people that participated, and he was like, hey, I'm ready. I'm like, we just finished.
It's paying you to say it.
Yeah, it really was. And so he hung around for a while, and then he had to go, and it was like, oh man. But, so sorry for quote-unquote wasting his time. I hope you had fun, at least a little bit, just kind of hanging out. We were doing giveaways at the time, and yeah. Anyone you guys care to shout out to?
Someone in the chat is asking for a shout out because they were a part of it and apparently didn't list them off.
Snakes17 is telling Hood to strangle me, and he's typing /hatelat in all capitals.
So, no shout out then.
Snakes17 has been banned by Sir Greenlink. Wow, alright. Such ferocity.
Well, goodbye.
Yeah, and thanks, Zebramf. This is actually your first time on the show. I feel like we need to have like an actual official episode with you on.
Yeah,
Or
that'd be
something
fun.
at some point
I
if you're
was just
interested.
I was kind of here and I wanted to do it, and you guys were gonna let me on, and I'm here, and it was fun. So yeah, definitely. If you want to have me on again, I'll be happy to.
Alright. And that will be the end of episode 81, the Spiral Lights recap. Thanks to everyone who attended the stream and won giveaway stuff and gave stipulations or accidentals during the shopping list and all that. Regular podcasting will begin again, assuming there's content next week with some discussion. Of course, you can always contact us and tell us what to talk about, because we are very thin on things now. We're kind of reaching at straws, and we want to know what you guys want to hear. So if you want to go back to an old topic, we're happy to do so. If you want us to talk about weapons again or bring up discussions, happy to do so. You can contact us. You can call us at 1-678-322-7765. You can email us at arsenal@skalelite.com, and we're on Twitter at arsenalcastsk if you want to send us a tweet. You can check out all the links mentioned in this episode, as well as see all the links of how to contact us in every episode of the Arsenal podcast at our website, which is skalelite.com/arsenal. And then be sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Skalelite. In the case that Spiral Lights brought you here for any reason and you're still listening, if you liked what you saw, we'll be doing Twitch streams in the future. I'd like to do those, and I'd love to have other people join me and do very kinds of things that are similar to what we did at Spiral Lights, maybe a little less organized, maybe a few less people. But happy to do that. We'll be doing... There's Twitch streams that happen, but they happen at my personal channel, which is twitch.tv/Landison_Skalay. So if you want to check it out, then go ahead and do that too. We'll have all future Spiral Night streams and stuff. Someone came in during the Spiral Night stream and says, oh, it's cool to see people actually streaming Spiral Nights. Yeah, and I do it too. So if you want to check that out, be sure to follow that channel. And I guess that's everything. All those obligatory self-promotion. So thanks everyone for listening. Thanks once again, Sir Greenlink, Zebramf. And
You're welcome.
We'll see you all next time. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Geared up and ready to go? Thanks for listening to the Arsenal, a Spiral Knights podcast. See links and listen to previous episodes on our website, skalelite.com/arsenal. Send comments, questions, and audio to arsenal@skalelite.com, or give us a call at 1-678-322-7765.